Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another day on the Oregon Trail. Today, we're going to talk about all the different ways to die on the Oregon Trail.
Herbert, what are you doing?
Quit nagging me, woman! I'm talking about the death on the Oregon Trail.
What did you say?
Nothing. I love you. Yes, dear.
Don't you say yes, dear, to me.
No, dear.
Don't you say no, dear.
Oh, dear. Speaking of ways to die on the Oregon Trail. Okay, disrespecting your wife, guys. Great way to die. All right, so if you remember, the Oregon Trail starts in Independence, Missouri. It carves its way through the Great Plains, across many major rivers, through the Rocky Mountains, the Bitterroot Mountains, to the Blue Mountains, and finally all the way down to Oregon City. Okay, you have a choice. Okay, you can raft down the Columbia River and cut across, or eventually you can take the Barlow Toll Road. Early travelers don't have this. There are many ways to die on the Oregon Trail, though. Okay, so aside from common things, accidents, okay, which include problems with cattle, okay, stampedes, wagons breaking and falling on you, poor judgment, stepping in holes, okay, just random things that cause injury, which eventually lead to death, things like that. You also have other lovely instances like accidental gunshots, bad food, bad water, snake bites. There's many ways to die. Common diseases along the Oregon Trail include dysentery. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, that's where what you did eat comes out of both ends, violently and spontaneously. We call that diarrhea nowadays, and vomiting. But dysentery, bad stuff. We also have cholera, typhoid fever, and several other less than happy diseases. Now, why are these people getting sick? Well, number one, okay, this is a long, grueling journey. Okay, you're being battered by the elements. You're having to do extremely strenuous, hard physical labor for long hours of the day and night. Short food, short water, lots of heat, just lots of different ways to break down your body. And it's a long trip. Remember, this is going to take about 3 months if you're lucky. Okay, you're walking 2,000 miles, trying to average 15 miles a day with oxen and wagons choking on dust the entire way. On top of that, when you get to steep hills, okay, imagine the steepest hill you've ever been on top of. Okay, now imagine that you have to somehow get a wagon to the top of that hill and then get a wagon down the other side. What they're going to have to do is, as the oxen pull it, they're going to have to take boards and use it as a lever behind and lever this thing inch by inch, use ropes and pulleys and various other things to pull these things up the hills. And then they're going to have to literally lower them with the same ropes and pulleys and various things down the hills. This leaves lots of room for injury and for mistakes. A lot of these people that are traveling the Oregon Trail, they are not experienced adventurers. They are not, the backwoodsman who knows how to do any and everything with just a hatchet and a knife. A lot of these are what they call greenhorns. They're people who came from cities, who came from well-established towns, who came from well-established farms, immigrants. A lot of these people just do not have any experience with the hardships of the trail and anything like this. They're not fur trappers and traders. They're not professional military soldiers. And some of them may even get bad information early on too. Okay, it's really important that the guy who is leading you knows what he's doing. But there are many wagon trains that set out with less than intelligent and less than experienced guides. Donner Party, that's another fun story. Cannibalism, we'll get to that another day. So the Oregon Trail could be a dangerous and treacherous place, but again, it was all worth it. Some of these people are getting hundreds of acres. Many of them, okay, who actually register at the land office in Oregon City, will get their allotted 240 plus acres of land in the Oregon Territory. Unfortunately, that territory already belongs to people. Next week, we're going to talk about the Native Americans who get displaced and other problems with the differences of people that will plague Washington early on in its history. But for now, travel that trail, make sure you're getting your work done, and we will see you later. Bye.